Well, yes, after one game week off, we are back predicting all the scores for round 7 of the National League South 23-24 season. Let's go. Yes, after a very, very quick break due to the Saturday games going straight on into the Monday at 3 o'clock, and I was away all weekend with my partner, it was near on impossible to get this video uploaded for the game week 6, but we are back doing game week 7, and there's a lot to go through. As you can imagine, I don't have to check how many scores I got right because I didn't do any predictions. But that being said, we can still do our shock of the weekend or the bank holiday weekend as a whole. And it's only going to one team. It's going to Havant and Waterlooville. Have had a nightmare start, conceding so many goals. And then on Bank Holiday Monday, Yeovil come to town on great form as well, by the way, and Havant win 4-3. Even though Yeovil scored the 90th minute to equalise, Havant getting a 90th plus 4th minute winner. Unbelievable stuff, unbelievable scenes. Havant, this one is for you. You've got shock of the week. Nothing else to discuss. Let's go straight into the game week 7 predictions because we've got a lot of tasty games on our hand. Firstly, Aveley United taking on Torquay United. This is going to be a great clash, 3rd versus 4th. Aveley have just come off the back of a fantastic result. They had a bit of a disappointing result against Dartford, conceded so late on, but they had a fantastic result on the weekend, beating Hampton and Richmond 3-0 on the Bank Holiday Monday, I should say. And Torquay coming off the back of 2 straight 2-1 wins in a row, including Jarvis most recently on the Bank Holiday Monday, scoring in the 90th plus 4th minute. Unbelievable stuff. This is going to be a cracking game to watch. A really, really good game to watch. Torquay seem to be grinding out results. Aveley look a really good side on paper. So on that note, do I want to call it? Not really. I think it's going to be a great game, very close. I'm actually going to go for a couple of goals as well. I'm going 2-2. Next up, High Flyers Bath City are taking on Havant and Waterlooville. We've very quickly discussed Havant and Waterlooville. Had that shocking loss to Welling. Would have been really disappointed by that. Come back and have had a fantastic result against Yeovil. What a result that is. So they're going to be so much adrenaline kicking in after that win. And you'd hope the confidence is sky high. And Mohamed Fowl is on absolutely top form. He's got 4 goals in 3 games, I believe, which is phenomenal stuff. Bath City, on the other hand, look a really, really tough force to stop at the moment. Scott Wilson is back and in the lineup, and he is firing. Fantastic to see Alex Fletcher come back on the pitch as well. That was a really, really touching moment after his horrible injury. Anyway, Bath City at home. I think Havant, as much as that win was fantastic against Yeovil, I don't think they're going to come to Bath and wipe the floor of them. I don't even think they'll get a point, to be completely honest. I hope I'm wrong, but I just can't see it. So for that reason, I'm going for a Bath City 3-1 win. Braintree have to play top of the league Worthing next. This is going to be a great game. Let's see if Worthing can continue this wonderful run of form. Only 1 game lost all season, and they are just beating everybody else. Most recently, a win against Weymouth. Worthing just looks so good. They've got players scoring loads of goals. They're not conceding loads. They look so, so good. On the other hand, Braintree are having an okay start to life, as we all know. Are they going to do anything against the Worthing side that looks so good this season? I highly, highly doubt it. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going yet again in my predictions video, another Worthing win. I'm not going to go too heavy though. I'm going for a 2-1 Worthing win. Dover Athletic are playing at home against Chippenham Town. Chippenham have had a pretty good start to life in the National League South. I can't say it's been bad. They've done pretty well. Most recently got another result, another 3 points, beating Slough Town at home. Slough obviously not having the greatest start to life. They've had a few good results. They've got Alexander firing. I think he's on his 4th goal of the season now. But Chippenham look to be having a good start. Dover Athletic most recently lost to Dartford. Dartford do seem to beat Dover most times they play them, especially at home. They have a pretty good record against them. I still believe Dover will struggle this season, although they haven't had as bad of a start as I first expected. But I think Chippenham may come and give them a good game. I think the only reason I'm going to go for a draw for this one is because Dover are at home and their home form seems to not be too bad. So for that reason, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, Eastbourne Borough are taking on Weston-super-Mare. I watched Weston-super-Mare on the weekend just gone where they drew 1-1. Probably the better side, mainly in the second half where they really started to dominate play, possession, and probably could have scored a couple of more goals. Anyway, they came out of a 1-1 draw there. Probably not a bad result considering they'd been on a horrible run of form of just conceding goals, 2 losses, 2 3-0 losses, couple of red cards. They've had another red card this week as well, so they're going to be missing a few players, that's for sure. But nonetheless, they'll be happy to just be getting some points back on the board again. Eastbourne Borough have not had the start to life that I expected at all. They're in the bottom 4. Another loss on the weekend just gone against Chelmsford, albeit that's not a horrible result. Chelmsford are really on the ball this year and having a great season, but Eastbourne look to be struggling badly. I think their saviour this week is Weston-super-Mare are having a pretty poor few weeks, missing a few players as I've just said. So I think they may snatch a point out of this, but they're not scoring enough goals for my liking. Weston-super-Mare last 3 games not scoring enough either. I'm going for a low scoring 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Farnborough taking on Hampton and Richmond. Hampton and Richmond are having a bit of a tricky start to life in the National League South, but that is to be expected when all your games are being played away. They've conceded 6 in their last 2 games as well, losing to Bath 3-1 and Aveley 3-0. Both of them 2 sides look very, very good, are in that top 6, but nonetheless, it's results that they weren't expecting, I'm sure. And as I say, I'm sure they will eventually pick up form. On the other hand, Farnborough had that loss to Truro, but Truro look a great side. I'm very, very impressed every time I watch them. And I think there was another goal for Neil over the weekend as well. So I think he's still topping the charts for top goal scorers, which is fantastic to see for a newly promoted side. And as I say, Farnborough are going to be a good outfit at home. They did beat Weston-super-Mare 3-0 on the last time out as well on the Saturday. So I think Farnborough are still going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with when they're at their home ground. So for that reason, with Hampton and Richmond struggling, I'm going for a 2-1 Farnborough win. Hemel and Hempstead take on Truro City. Hemel coming off the back of 2 consecutive 1-1 draws over this bank holiday weekend. 2 not very bad results, them considering they've had to go to Weston-super-Mare away, where they really did cling on to a point there, in my opinion, because that was the game I went to. And then a pretty good point against a Maidstone side who are going to be a good outfit in the league. And I think we all expected they'd be one of the sides that are definitely at the higher end of the table. As I say, Hemel and Hempstead, they're not scoring enough for my liking. They haven't all season. Even when they have won, they've beat Yeovil 1-0. And lots of games where they're just not scoring enough. And the thing is with Truro is they know how to score goals. They definitely know how to score goals. Their strikers are quick, fast-paced, good finishers. And I think Neil's even top in the charts for top goal scorer as well. So for that reason, I'm actually going to go for Truro to go away to Hemel and Hempstead and nick a 2-1 win. Next up, Slough Town versus Tonbridge. This is going to be a very big game for both sides. Slough sit rock bottom of the table, have come off the back of 2-1 losses back-to-back over the bank holiday weekend. Tonbridge have come off 2 away losses to Yeovil, which is nothing to write home about. That's a fairly expected result in my opinion. But then they've had to play Welling and they've lost that. So Welling seems to be right back on track, picking up plenty of points, as I did think they would with a return of a few players. But nonetheless, the results for Tonbridge and, of course, Slough have not been fantastic. So this game is going to be huge. Slough Town will be trying to do everything in their advantage to use that home advantage. It's going to be a cracking game, I'm sure. I feel very, very harsh calling this, but I don't want to just go all 1-1 draws and creep around the bush. So I am going to actually go for a Tonbridge Angels win, and I'm going for 2-1 Tonbridge. Next up, the big one and the game I'm attending this weekend, Taunton Town are playing Dartford. Dartford have been on fantastic form. Hallelujah. As soon as I stop recording these game weeks, they seem to be doing better. And as soon as I stop going, they seem to be doing better. 1-0 win over Aveley. Super Harvey Bradbury, very late goal there to win it and nick all 3 points from a very good Aveley side. And then taking Dover home, winning 2-0 and even missed a penalty in that one to make it an even more comfortable scoreline. So the Darts are right back on track, which is fantastic to see. But Taunton, on the other hand, wow, what a start they are having. Recently got a draw out of Maidstone, beating St Albans 3-2 are still a great outfit in this league. No one can deny St Albans are a great team in this league. So Taunton are right up there. Dartford are right back on form. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Dartford fan. I do think this is going to be a fantastic game to go attend. But I can't call it. I can't call this one. Both teams scoring goals, both teams conceding goals. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Welling United versus St Albans. This will be an interesting game. Two tales that have completely changed as the season's gone on in this very short time, of course. St Albans now on 3 back-to-back losses. Welling now on 2 wins straight. So 2 teams where their change of fortune has happened very suddenly. This will be a great game. Welling at home will be hoping to make it 3 in a row. St Albans definitely will be hoping to not make it 4 in a row. Obviously, Welling going to Tonbridge getting a 1-0 win is fantastic, as well as their recent win over Havant. Obviously, St Albans just having a bit of a tricky time. I'm sure it will pick up shortly. So for that reason, I'm not, believe it or not, sorry Welling fans, I know you've got a few players back and you're starting to look good and you're starting to cook, but I'm going to call it a draw yet again. I know, yet again, I'm going to go for 1-1. Weymouth versus Maidstone. Now, Weymouth, very understandably, had a very, very tricky bank holiday weekend. They had to play Chelmsford and Worthing, in which they lost both of them. Completely understandable. They are 2 very, very tough games. And I'm sure, if not being too horrible to you Weymouth fans out there, that where they sit in the table at the moment, that probably isn't too bad considering the season they had last year. Maidstone, on the other hand, the team that can't seem to stop drawing 1-1. One of my favourite predictions to go for is always at 1-1, 2-1. And Maidstone can't stop drawing 1-1. 3 in a row, including Yeovil. Including Taunton. They're just not picking up wins, and they certainly are not scoring enough goals. I did watch them against Yeovil, and there was no attacking prowess there. They seem to be relying very heavily on sort of set pieces sometimes. This is going to be a very tight game, a very, very tight game in my opinion. I could even see this being a 1-0 or a 0-0. So I suppose for me, it's who do I call it to? And I'm actually going to go for a 1-0 Weymouth win. Last but not least, a battle of the 2 big boys in the league. Yeovil Town are playing Chelmsford City. This will be a cracker. Yeovil obviously losing that 90th plus 5th minute game. Losing to Havant. Real big shock. Fantastic to see though. It's what makes this league so fantastic. Playing Chelmsford, who are they've hit such a good run of form. They are looking so strong this year. It's unbelievable. 1-0 win over Eastbourne on the bank holiday Monday. So fantastic results there. And as we've said, beating Weymouth as well. Not easy games, especially when you're going away to Weymouth. Yeovil, on the other hand, did have a good spell. Beat Tonbridge 2-0. They were on a really good run of form. They're still in that top 7. But this game is going to be so tricky to call. I really, really want to go for a draw. But I'm not. I think Yeovil might just get a kick up the backside they needed. Possibly a bit of a reality check, if that doesn't sound too harsh. Maybe they've already had that earlier in the season. But I think this will be a great game. I don't think there'll be a plethora of goals involved. I'm going to play it safe-ish. I don't want anyone to be getting thumped in this game, so I think it'll be close. I'm going for just a 1-0 Yeovil win. So you have it. We are back and in full swing predicting National League South games. Hope you did enjoy the video. I'm so happy to be back filming these. As I say, as always, in the description is the template for if you do want to copy and paste and put your predictions down below. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until the next one, I will see you soon. Come on, you darts.